Spiced Metheglin.
Is it done yet?
Okay, so we started this a couple of weeks ago, and it's still bubbling away, but you know, as we like to do, we want to take a reading of it and see how it's doing. So, if you watch the little inset video here, you'll see some bubbling coming up the side. So we know this is not finished yet, and with a gravity of 1.138 to start, I wouldn't expect it to be.
So right now, it's looking a little cloudy.
Oh yeah, it's murky.
But that's
bog.
Completely understandable.
It smells nice, though. Smell that.
Ooh, boy.
Yeah, it smells like the other metheglin that I made that Derica said is too spicy for her. Too many spices. It's a little strong on the spices, apparently. I like it. Now, we don't have to worry about mixing it or anything like that. This is putting out CO2 like crazy, and I probably will stir it around a little bit, give it a good swirl to get rid of some of the excess CO2 in there. Right now it's 1.062, so it's actually dropped pretty good in 2 weeks, but it's still got a long way to go. And what I'm going, oh, you know what, I can just do it this way. And now I'm going to pour this right back in because everything's been sanitized in
the red bucket of sanitization.
See, it's all about the setup and the timing for that, you know. So I'm just going to use the baster and stir this around a little bit to get some of the CO2 out. I could have just done a swirl, but this works just as well. Basically, I'm degassing it a little bit. Something of note, I just did the calculation on it. This is already 10.26% alcohol. So,
which is good news because that's the beginning of the threshold for acetobacters
non-vinegar making
to not be able to turn this into vinegar. So, yay!
Yeah, so oxidization is not as much of an issue from that perspective. However, you still can oxidize and cause off flavors, but what I found is it's a lot harder to mess up a mead once it gets to this point. So I'm not worried about this. We don't have a lot of headroom here. It's still fermenting, so no matter how much gas I get out of this right now, it's going to produce a lot more.
Right out, yep.
So I'm just basically agitating it a little bit, stirring it around just to get some of that CO2 out. Again, not a big deal. I'm not squeezing this in there, by the way. I'm not introducing oxygen.
Yeah, and
just using it as a stirring implement.
If this was still below the 10% mark, he would be a lot more careful than he is.
I would probably put the lid on and swirl it rather than do it this way at all. Really happy with the way this one's going. This is one of our first brews that we added yeast hulls to give it that little extra. I'm not surprised that it's still going. It's only been about 2 weeks, and it was a fairly high starting gravity of 1.138. I want to give this some more time, so we'll probably just wait a few more weeks, give it another check, and we'll see you then. Okay, so this was started, about a month and a week ago. Okay, not that long, so it's about 5 weeks old. And about 2 to 3 weeks ago, we gave it a test. Now today, I plan to rack this. This is one of those moments that racking is a good idea, even if it's not totally done, because there's stuff in here. There's spices that can overpower, and I don't want them to. So I want to get them out of there. 5 weeks is a long time on some of those spices. So I'm going to take the lid off. We're going to give this a reading. It smells spicy. Actually smells really, really good. Smells like the one I made before. When we last visited this, though, it was at 1.062 from its original gravity, which was 1.138. So this is a relatively high gravity to start. And 1.062 is not done. So let's see where it's at today. 1.054. So this seems to have slightly slowed down or possibly even stalled. It's okay at this point, though. We're not going to worry about it yet. Yeah, only going down 8 more points in a matter of 3 weeks. That worries me slightly. However, I know that this is spicy, and sometimes the spicy ones, you want them a little sweeter. So I'm just going to pour off a little sample here. Yeah, that's a little sample. And we're going to rack this. Oh, are we going to go to a 3 liter, or are we going to go into one of those? You know, we'll go into this. It's okay, because I think this still is pretty gassy, so we should still be safe. People freak out about headspace. It's not as big a deal as you might think. I mean, it's important, but it's not like, oh, I have a half inch too much headspace. It's going to be the end of the world versus when you don't have that half inch. Oh, I'm totally safe. It doesn't really work like that. It's kind of like expiration dates on milk. It's not like one day it's perfectly fine and 12 hours later it's spoiled and going to kill you. It doesn't really work that way. I love the smell of this. Now, my last metheglin was a little much for Derica. She didn't really prefer that one. This is already at 11.3% ABV. So we're past the point of worrying about vinegarization, okay, pretty much. Now it's just oxidization. So not as big of a deal to have a little bit of excess headroom. She's not saying anything. That is incredible.
I think it's good where it's at.
Oh my God, that is so
good.
The
spices are very pronounced, but it balances nicely with the little additional honey that's still there.
You could pour this on apples and it will remind you of apple pie with all the cinnamon and the spices. Unbelievable. The combination of spices right now with that sweetness is really superb. I do not want this to go any further. I could stop it. We could pasteurize.
Well, we're going to rack it. So that's
yeah, we're going to rack it and see what happens.
Going to slow things down. All right, so I'm going to get...
Wait, before we go any further, I want to say something. No. This is 5 weeks old. I don't get a footnote. I don't get any bitterness. I don't get any bad stuff. I would totally put this in a mug right now, sit down and drink it. To me, this is already approaching 8-9 category on our tasting. That's how good I like this right now. Right now. Now, I like metheglins, though. And this is, I dare say, this is better than the metheglin I made before that was like my favorite mead. So, all right. So we're going to rack. Okay, being that this is our first rack, I don't have to be super, super careful. There's a lot of floatiness down in the bottom of this, though, that I really don't want in my secondary fermenter. Now, this was
71 beasts.
Or 71B yeast, which means we know it should go to 14, 15 or so percent. It's at 11.3 now, so it might be slightly stuck. Now, that could be a result of the spices. And somebody will say, well, why didn't you put the spices in secondary instead of in primary? Why? Because I like them in primary. I like doing it that way. And if it did stall, it tastes awesome. There's a lot of very powdery lees in the bottom of this jar, though, and I don't want to get all that. So I just want to leave behind as much solids as we can and get as much product out as we can. Okay, considering how much junk is in the bottom of this, we didn't lose much. Pretty happy about that. I did go a little deeper than I might normally, but again, this is going to sit for a while. Okay, so it's been racked, and if you could look, it's just about hitting the shoulders of this jar. I did see some gassing bubbles in there. I'm not all that worried about it, but I do want to get a lid on it pretty quickly. And we're just going to notate what we did, which I already did, and this will go back into our fermentation area, and it's going to sit for probably several more weeks. I just want to see if that gravity is going to drop down any more before we start thinking about bottling it. How spicy is your metheglin? All right, so it's been another week. Guess what we're going to do? We're going to take a reading. We're going to see if it's done. When we last checked, it was 1.054 gravity, but it tasted amazing. I don't believe much has happened since then, so we're going to take a final reading and bottle this sucker. And right away, the smell, when that got, oh, just so good. It's actually fairly clear, too. Keep in mind, this is only like 5 weeks old at this point. Right now, 5 weeks. Yep, 1.054. It's stable. Nothing bad is going to happen. So we're going to get this into a pitcher. There is a fine bit of lees on the bottom that I really don't want in my bottles. So we're going to rack to a pitcher first and then bottle. As always, when we're racking, we put it on a wibble, which is a white bucket of levitation, and we put our source up here and the destination down here. Put in the auto siphon. Give it a few pumps from the middle or so, and then I'm going to try to set it down because I think we're good. I think there's not that much lees in here. And ta-da, it goes. Okay, so didn't lose much. Maybe, quarter of a cup or so. But I saw some murky stuff in there, and I was like, I don't really want that in my bottles. Okay, so now we're going to bottle. Same as always, except one thing. I'm going to take the cap off the end because we know there's no sediment in here anymore. So we can go all the way to the bottom. We have our bottling wand in there. And the bottling wand is just a spring-loaded tip that lets the liquid flow or not flow. And you have to press it in before it'll start. But now it's more or less a hands-off process. By the way, check out that clarity, will you? 5 weeks old, people. 5 weeks old. This is why metheglin was a very popular type of mead. There's a lot of stuff in there that the yeast will like. It's actually very good for you. There's a lot of good stuff for your body in this. And these they're warming and they taste really good. It's just awesome. Quickly becoming one of my favorite types of meads. And this spiced metheglin, like I said, I made this before and it was really, really awesome. And I was hoping to recreate it and I think I actually improved it. Alright, so after bottling we got 4 full bottles. Now one of these will go away for a whole year and we'll taste it then. One of these will be a taster that we'll do in, a couple weeks. And then the other 2 I get to drink. Anyway, there was a little bit left over so I put it into a glass.
He's so very sad.
Yeah, you can't waste anything. Waste not, want not, right? This is 5 weeks old. We did taste it like a week ago. But on the smell, man, the spices come through without being like punching you in the face. There's a lot of spice flavor, but it doesn't seem like it's overpowering. Oh, wow.
That's some good stuff.
It's rich. It's velvety. The spices come through so nicely. That extra sweetness left by the last gravity really, really works to the favor of this. If it went dry, I think it might be too much. It'd be too harsh.
Yeah.
So as it is, this could be like a dessert type of wine or dessert mead.
But we'll go into that in more detail on our tasting video.
That's my cue to shut up. If you like this video, we have about 300 videos on wine, cider, beer, and mead making on our channel. Say that 3 times fast.
Thank you for liking and subscribing.
And as always, guys, thanks for watching. Have a great day.
Bye-bye.